Hello, my name is Robert Hansen, and I will be doing yet another reading. It is called My Bowel Movements Don't Need Their Own Personality. What is a bowel movement? What is the purpose of a bowel movement? How do bowel movements come about? Food, perhaps? Water? We have bowel movements because we're living creatures. We take in energy in the form of food and liquids and get rid of the waste. What if my bowel movements had their own personalities? What if those personalities built a game around it? In many ways, this is true for me. I live this reality. I'll explain. I live with dissociative identity disorder. I live with multiple personalities. And I live with personalities who think that turning bowel movements into a game is funny. They think it is so funny that they have turned it into a game. How have they turned it into a game? In one such scenario, about a year and a half ago, another personality came up with the idea of trying to accomplish tasks, trying to come up with a structure to do that. Who are the personalities which would turn my bowel movements into a game? How do these personalities turn my bowel movements into a game? Who are these personalities? I cannot answer the first question until I answer all of the subsequent questions. Let me explain. First, these are my garbage personalities. These garbage personalities consist of child personalities with God complexes. If you listen to this channel often, you will hear me say that phrase. My garbage psychology, these garbage personalities, they believe they have a God-given right to do whatever they want without consequence. They make my life very difficult because they are obnoxious every day, all day. I will explain how. Second, I had dissociative disorder then, just as I have the disorder now. A year and a half ago, after coming home from Europe and being hospitalized in a psychiatric hospital in the UK, other personalities came up with a structure and process to be more productive, to be able to continue with the writing and art, which I had already been doing for months. The structure consisted of supportive personalities, each having an area of responsibility and being focused on that. It centered around a model of perhaps a mayor or governor who listens to his advisors and or heads of bureaucracies. My garbage personalities, or psychology, wanted to kill this scenario, mostly out of jealousy and hatred. So what did they do? To answer that question, then I have to tell you the game that they structured to trap the main personality and all other personalities. They refer to it as the system. I call it the shitbag game. That is the name which the main personality has given it. The game is complex with many levels to it. It requires hundreds of personalities to operate it. At the lowest level, it has in general the simplest of personalities who serve as a function. These are players. At one time, there were dozens of these functions. A function could be causing an itch, forced movements, such as having your body taken over, sweating, blocking a thought, inserting a thought, forgetting, and many others. The functions which I want to talk about has to do with my bowel movements, peeing, defecating, and farting. So how did these garbage personalities kill the idea? They forced the vehicle, the actual body, that's the name I give it, to have diarrhea. The garbage personalities operate under 9 directives. I will be discussing 2 of them. Make him piss himself, make him poop his pants. These are their words. While I was out in public, of all places, my garbage psychology executed these 2 directives. This meant that the onset of diarrhea came about while I was in public. What do I say about this? It was a very close call to being a lot worse, but needless to say, I ended up throwing away a pair of underwear. Because my psychology has gotten mad at me a countless number of times, they've used this tactic on about 8 other occasions. They attack whether they get their way. They attack whether they don't get their way. It has gotten a lot harder for them to do it since then. Thank God. This is my life. This is the disorder. And a rather nasty disorder it is. If you like, please give this video a thumbs up or share it. Thank you.